Let us shall.
Let us shall. Let us forego this cover and transition. We have successfully transitioned, and we are here in Dying of Exsanguination's Curse of Strahd. I'm your game mommy, and I am joined by a bunch of soon-to-be very happy campers, the Strahd Quad. Hi, Strahd Quad. How you doing today?
Oh, good.
Good.
So good.
Pretty good.
Good. You should be doing
Even
good.
better now that we have successfully transitioned.
Yeah, I know, right? Finally, I can I can fully be who I am.
That's
A
why I say
cisgendered
about
male.
6 years ago.
that is accurate. Let us recap a little bit, because after burying a priest and finally getting a former burgermeister buried, you and the rest of your group got the hell out of the village of Barovia and onto the road to a Vistani camp, where a woman is supposed to read your fortune, as she has done for so many ventures previously. The travel was nice. It's convenient, honestly. It was relaxed. There were some dreams, some of which were nicer than others. Mwezi-Mwezi had a very good dream and got 10 hit points because of it. There was whispers into someone's mind about doing things specifically in praise of a god that might offend a different god. It's been a good old trip, but we now return to the game with all of you approaching the road, and because if you'll forgive me my just delightful desire of reading pre-written descriptions and hopefully editing out any problematic bits that may or may not be in the originally published books of the Curse of Strahd book. I'm pretty sure the Beyond group got most of that out, but who knows? Who knows? As the road gradually appeared, it's replaced by a twisted, muddy path through the trees. Deep ruts in the earth are evidence of the comings and goings of wagons, and it's here the canopy of midst and branches suddenly gives way to black and dark gray clouds rolling above. There is a clearing here next to the river that widens to a small lake that's several hundred feet across. 5 colorful round tents. Each tent, or each roughly 10 feet in diameter, are pitched outside a ring of 4 barrel-topped wagons or covered wagons. A much larger tent stands near the shore of the lake, its sagging form lit from within. Near this tent, 8 unbridled horses drink from the river. You can hear the sounds of calliope music playing gently in the background, and several brightly colored, brightly adorned figures sit by a long table with cloths and plates and containers there, and a footpath beyond this encampment, and between the river and the forest edge, just walks you conveniently toward this Vistani camp. And I am going to give you all in the general channel the image of the camp, which will occasionally rotate through on the string. The image of the camp. Should have had this prepared already.
It's the authentic real play experience.
Right? This is what actual plays are in real life. There you go. So this is the camp that you are seeing. You can see the wagons and the tents sort of separated. large fire pit in the middle. The table would be kind of on the north side or the top side of the fire pit, and then the large tent with the horses is kind of toward the top right of the image there by the river. And here is where you find yourself with several people pulling out large containers, square containers of various layered foods placed on top. A jar of some sort of viscous, like white substance that almost looks like whipping cream, but denser. And for Mwezi-Mwezi, smells gently of egg. A bunch of people just going about their day and having a good time. And one of these people out there notices you all as you approach and walks up in sort of like a purple and yellow getup, like a large, oddly enough, short-sleeved shirt, tunic thing with a odd horned soldier helmet in the middle, and gold like accents around things. The blonde, and they're like, "Oh, howdy, strangers! How you doing?"
Doing all right there.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
Scratched. This is
Mwezi-Mwezi.
She'll reach out to shake a hand to go, Esther.
And
And I am Belladonna.
when Esther goes to shake this person's hand, this woman amorphously somewhere between the ages of 25 and 45, kind of
Vistani don't crack.
Stani don't cry. Opens up her arms, and it's like, "Oh no, I'm a hugger," and then just immediately goes to hug Esther, in full embrace. This woman is easily 2 times the amount of human that Esther is, as far as overall like height, build, like square, like broader shoulders, just a hardy looking human being or humanoid. And she's like, "Oh, so I recognize Village of Barovia, that's it, but the rest of you all got, right? I don't think I've ever seen a feline person before, or a not werewolf, maybe a werewolf. I don't know my were creatures very well. I'm not very focused on that, but
I am who I am.
rising.
I
Good
mean-
answer, Muzzy.
a pleasure to meet you. You're in time. You're in time for the beginning of dinner. Y'all want to come on through, get yourself some food and everything. We got some. Of course, we got every number of hot dish you can imagine. We got some. If you're not a big casserole fan, we can do some. We got some a plate full of juicy Lucy's over there that you can dive on into. Those are delicious, and condiments over there, and they gesture to the jar. And of course,
The one jar.
there's eventually mustard comes out, but
Thank goodness.
the one jar, and it's like, and then just grab yourself a plate and say hi to everyone. We're happy to have any kind of guests there, unless you mean us harm. And then she sort of like laughs and then kind of waves through. And
Oh, no harm.
I didn't
No need
think
for
so.
Demonstration. We're all good.
We're very happy to be here. Thanks for sharing your food and everything with us.
Thank you very much for your hospitality.
I mean that's what it's all about, right? We're all community.
I love these guys.
I'll take out some any of my better trail rations, any like fruit I might have,
Mhm.
and an extra bottle of mead, and hand that over. Thank you for your food here to contribute to your stores, to your pantry, for your
Oh,
hospitality.
Oh, I'm sure we could probably just put those on the table with the rest of the food, huh?
oh yeah, please do. We've always got plenty for everyone.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
The Scratch does this, contributes.
uh,
Have some beautiful dates that was sent by his sister that he pulls out.
Oh, nice.
Esther contributes nothing.
yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, that's fine. I was gonna treat it as the equivalent of marking off a ration, but
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
This woman doesn't comment on that. Doesn't even seem to notice. She kind of moves off to a circle of children that are all sitting in a circle, and one of them is standing up and tapping the other ones on the head, and saying "duck, duck, gray duck," and all of you know that's wrong. All of you know that's wrong. That's not what it is in Faerun. It's not what it is in the fold, and it's not what it is here. But it is what it is for the Vistani. You see kids laughing, and one of them, when they get called Grey Duck, gets up and chases the other kid around the circle. This is a group of kind of like mostly familial isn't the right term, but definitely from like the same region. It's like small town energy where it's like you all don't look alike, like you're all related, but you definitely look like you all came off the same manufacturing line of people. Most of the people here are pretty full-bodied, very friendly. They all are very strong. There are a couple of halflings that you identify as adults that are of the scaled down in size, but no one here has too much problem with coming for seconds. Everyone seems pretty good, are pretty happy with this Belladonna as a local. Barovia is kind of split on how they feel about the Vistani. There are a lot of unfortunate rumors around the Vistani. Do you feel like Belladonna as a character has had much in the way of direct interaction with them? Because they don't oftentimes go to like inside the village of Barovia or inside other cities in the Barovian Valley.
I think, yeah, she probably would. I think she is kind of something of an outsider herself, very kind of peculiar, although certainly not as poorly regarded, but she does to some degree kind of sympathize, and I think she probably interacts with them as much as they would like to. I'm sure she's hosted them at the meadery, if even requested Vistani only, if that didn't conflict with something else. She hosts private stuff all the time.
You would know that the biggest problem that Barovia has with the Vistani is that the Vistani are the only people allowed to move in and out of Barovia. It's very unclear as to what caused that. You know that there are some rumors of some very bad things the Vistani have done in the past that have given them the right to do that. There are rumors of the fact that the Vistani aren't Barovians and came after the curse and have some sort of secret that they keep to themselves for fear of it getting out and then Strahd figuring out how to lock them out of it. But they're the only group that can move in and out. But it's not about them. Like, you've never heard of them being able to ferry out anyone, and they have commonly said that they can't. They have to commonly answer the question, I can't take you out. The mists will claim you. They do not claim me. I do not know why. But they are the way that Barovia can sustain itself in harder times, because they do bring in tradable goods and food, and they do travel around the valley and then travel out and travel in again. There's several families of Vistani. And I think the most negative direct experience Belladonna has with the Vistani is that when it's time for the meadery to close, it's really hard to get them out the door. They'll be like, you'll do the old knee pat, like, well, time to leave.
It's just, as previously stated, the meadery is open 24/7. It's a nocturnal. There's always something going on. I'm sure they do still overstay their welcome to some degree, but it's kind of that like unstoppable force, immovable object is like overstaying guest versus doesn't let you leave host.
Yeah.
No, stay for another round of food, please.
And they always do. They always do. Not in like a moochy way, but in a way where you're never going to run out of something to talk with the Vistani. They're always
honest,
happy.
I'd say vibe check, they probably leave mostly because other groups come through that they don't want to deal with. That's probably going to be one of the things that really kicks them out more than she does. Is just like they've been there a couple weeks, they're like time's up, and another group's coming through and they seem really uptight, and maybe it's just time to pack up for now. Bye Belladonna, next time.
Yep. And
I love that. Yeah,
that's delightful. The rest of you have never interacted with Vistani from Faerun, and of course not from the fold. They have a very
other characters in the fold, but not like that.
Not this particular group. They sit down and as one squeezes kind of behind Mwezi-Mwezi, you hear an oh, and then then it's like, oh, we've got a very special beverage for guests. Would you like a pop? And then they bring out these fizzy, colorful drinks for it.
Try. Is actually very good.
It's delicious. We've also
would I?
Yeah,
I immediately guzzle this red pop they got.
Yeah, they got red pop. We got red pop. We got orange pop. We got purple pop, and we got. It doesn't sound very good when you say it. It's brown pop, but it is delicious. It's just a kind of a pop that doesn't have like a fun color.
I would like the brown pop with the little bit of the red pop in it.
Oh, you want cherry brown pop? Okay.
Yeah.
They mix it up. This whole group is just in the middle of like not just setting things up, but then some people who've already brought their stuff have started serving their plates, and then they're just sitting down. Like or standing and talking. It seems like the table is mostly the place setting for a lot of the food, and there are some people that are sitting at it, but the majority of people are just sort of like standing around, talking. And one of the others, kind of a gentleman, little bit older. Like in his 50s, kind of comes in and just goes, oh, so y'all, I assume you're here for Miss Ava, right? That's probably why you're here. Y'all are from, well, at least a couple of you might be from Faerun.
We need the divination.
Yes. That is what we are here for, to see her. As many do come for her wise lessons, her insights.
Yeah, she's a smart one.
Always the place to start to find our destiny.
Yeah, she's a smart one. She's in her, we call it her tea time. We think that's a real fun name for it. It's her late afternoon nap. As she gets on in the years, she likes to do that. And she doesn't like too much of the noise anymore. So we kind of get these things started early, and then we can wake her up around a little bit before sunset. And she's ready for dinner, and, we're ready for seconds. So it works out for all of us.
Delightful.
Tell me, Where do you hail from, new friends?
Well, I come from a land called the Fold. It's I appear to be the only one. None of my friends seem to have come with me, but I made new ones here.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the Fold. What a mysterious name that is. It seems like it must be a very dramatic and intense and serious land. The Fold. It sounds like a magical spell. I'm sure it's very, very interesting.
Oh,
I don't know. After spending some time for her, I think it might be euphemism.
Oh, like a dirty one. I get ya.
You know?
You should see what she gets up to. You keep an eye on her. You hide all the husbands.
Looks around and is like, well,
He
of
tells
course.
the truth.
Yeah, I mean, I'll make sure that we
She
hide the
will climb
husbands.
like forbidden wizard tower.
Oh, I've climbed many a tower in my day.
Wow.
I watched it.
Oh.
We've known each other like a week.
This person seems mildly overwhelmed by the level of honesty that is happening, and they quickly are like, and you, my big friend, what's your story?
I am here to become the goddess Paul.
Oh, well, I'm sure you're on your way. Oh, for cute. That's so nice. What? And I'm sorry, I don't know your title. You're a person of the cloth?
She says, she puts out her left hand with no wedding ring on it and says, "Oh, the title is Miss, not Mrs." And yeah, I am. You can call me a cleric of the Thandar.
Oh, the Lord of Light, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's
And
abandoned
you're
this place.
familiar.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the Lord of Light. We get asked if we could, pray to him when we head outside of Barovia, and maybe he'll hear us. But he's not as chatty as you'd think.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm ready.
it's a big PR problem. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you can help out with that. And then Belladonna, I haven't been personally, but are you Belladonna, the meadery down by the village?
Yes,
Ah.
that would be me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, couldn't have better surprise company. Sit down, pull up some food. Make sure to eat as much as you want, and then when Madam Ava wakes up, we'll make sure she knows you're here.
Give her time to eat first. We do not need to rush.
All right. Everyone roll me a perception check.
Oh, we'll see what happens today. I have Belladonna's dice.
Ooh, finally. Premier Belladonna's dice.
Nice.
Like I know I've done
Yeah.
2 games with them before. They were packed up and I couldn't find them after the move.
I just used the spinner that we got from the other campaign, and that's what perception you said? That's a 6 total.
6. These are a bunch of nice people. They're so good and nice. Like, they're so friendly and affable.
Right? Scratch is like looking around and thinking like, all right, so if I don't get out of here, this might not be a bad choice.
Stephen, I am very much perceiving how delicious this hot dish is. I presume.
Yeah, I've got something for the hot dishes in a moment. What about Esther?
Esther immediately is catching the same wavelength as Scratch, and it's just like, and you're thinking what I'm thinking, right? We stay here if we can't do it. They have all the food. And she got a 9.
All right.
Belladonna's got a 17.
Oh, thank God. Belladonna, don't ask for a perception check if you don't want to gate it behind people succeeding or not. Every interaction you've had directly with the Vistani Belladonna has been delightful. And though you've never been specifically to Madame Ava's group of Vistani, you immediately recognize every beat with a 17 perception. This is a traveling version of the better nights at your meadery, when community and friendship and just like enjoying company is all that's necessary to forget that there is, you know, a terrible curse and anyone could be murdered by anything at any time. You do notice a significant amount of weaponry, sort of casually distributed about the camp. Nobody's currently, that you can see with the 17, nobody has anything on them. Like they're not like wearing swords or anything.
There's like 2 swords and scabbards leaned up over there, and then there's an axe on that table.
Yeah.
And then there's like a couple of daggers and a little roll over on the bench over there. Yeah. Okay. I see you.
You also see that next to all of the wagons and the tents seems to be some sort of large canvases, like rolled up canvases or draperies of some kind that are sort of mottled kind of gray and green and brown. But I don't think with the 17 you definitively, I'm not just like going like, are like, I know what those are and I definitely know what they're for. But you do see that. And then, but otherwise, children, family, like this isn't a huge, you know, there's like 25, 30 people here. It's not like a whole village. It's just a small community. There's already someone working on the fire. You hear a bunch of, you know, a bunch of people cheersing their pops and saying "Skol" when they do so. And then and now with that, starting with Belladonna. If Belladonna partakes in a hot dish, please describe the casserole that Belladonna is eating for me. Describe Belladonna's dream casserole.
Belladonna's dream casserole?
Yeah.
Well, that and what I think that they would have sounds really different. What do they have for dream casserole? That's really puts me on the spot. I don't know.
All of you think of your dream casserole. And if you want a little bit of time on your dream casserole, I can give you a little bit of extra time.
I'm going to say wild boar sausage, blueberries, and fennel with goat cheese.
All right, now I need
layered in.
Layered in? Beautiful.
Layered. Well, you know, because that's what makes it a casserole.
That is what makes it a casserole, just like a lasagna is a casserole. Can you roll me a d20, please? This is a luck check. What did you get? That doesn't look like a very positive response.
I got a 1.
All right.
On my luck check.
So you said boar sausage. Instead, it's Vienna weenies.
Wild.
You said fennel. Instead, it's just little cut up pieces of black licorice.
No.
You said goat cheese. It's mayo. And then what was the? I think.
Fun.
Oh, blueberries. Blueberries are blueberries because blueberries are not going to taste good with those things. So blueberries are blueberries. No, sorry. It's the specifically. No, I'm not going to hate on that. No, it's blueberries.
What's
It's
the
just blueberries.
cabbage? Did I say cabbage?
You did not. I don't think you
I
said
think-
cabbage.
Well, because the cabbage can still be cabbage. I
cabbage-
thought cabbage. I assume cabbage in everything all the time.
The cabbage is clearly made. It's more like coleslaw. And there you go. All right. Who wants to go next on the casserole of their dreams, and then to roll a d20 to see if they succeed at that?
I'll go.
Yeah, okay, Mwezi-Mwezi, casserole of your dreams. It's important.
So-
This is an important part of Vistani culture, is the casserole culture.
So there is pork belly
Amazing.
with duck, like chopped up into it with green onions, cheese, and the tater tots, rather than being made from like normal potatoes, are somehow made from yams and sweet potatoes.
It's doable.
Hydrate.
Wonderful.
Good call.
Hydrate.
Roll it.
Yay.
Roll that d20.
We did it.
That's a 19.
That's
It's
exactly
funny
what you
like I
get.
threw it in there. It was like balanced on like a little cardboard thing and fell to a 19. I'm like, I didn't touch it.
That's Dice Christ right there. That's the hand of Dice Christ.
Dice Christ for suck me. Dang you, Dice Christ. I'm not gonna do anything for your birthday.
Cool mistress that Dice Christ.
Yeah, and with the 19, it's exactly as you described. Delicious. An amazing mix of tasty, again, an amazing mix of, what was it? It was duck and pork belly.
Duck and pork belly.
Pork belly cooked a little bit.
Add some
Go on.
pears. Some
What?
pears.
Yeah, there are pears.
Pears. Yeah. P-E-R-A-R. Yeah. The fruit.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Is speaking on
Yeah.
duck belly cooked just a little bit extra, so it has a little. It's like wandering toward a crackling edge on the fatty side of the duck or of the pork belly, but not quite there.
And I was about to mess up and say chicken, and then I'm like,
No.
I don't want to play that game with Steve.
You don't know how the Vistani feel about chicken.
Exactly.
Who's next? Who's next for their hot dish description?
I think Esther's a real big marshmallow casserole fan. Like the sweet potatoes, and then you got like the butter, brown sugar, and then you like melt the marshmallows on top, like, scorch them up a little bit. You put some little like pecans on there. She's got a sweet tooth. That's her vibe.
That is
Hell
her
yeah.
vibe. Give me a luck check roll for that. Let's see how close.
2,
All right, so the marshmallows are mayonnaise,
of course.
but they've been dusted with brown sugar and cinnamon. So it's mayo with brown sugar and cinnamon. The sweet potatoes are instead fingerling potatoes, which are not bad on their own, but are weird in this. And then
Which is crazy because we also know canonically there are sweet potatoes.
yeah, there are.
They got used to make the tater tots on Mwezi-Mwezi's casserole.
Not in this hot dish. Everyone has their own hot dish they know how to make, and that they think is very good. And this is it. And there are raisins, but not in the mayo. The mayo has the raisins in it.
This seems to almost just be a baked potato.
It does. If it weren't so sugared up, it would be a baked potato. But unfortunately, the sugar is really throwing it off. What is Scratch's dream casserole?
All right, so I'm dropping a picture of this in general. This is a tuna casserole. So
Yeah.
you got your tuna, you got your mushroom soup, Worcestershire sauce,
Yep.
crushed red pepper. Then you got the rotini, of course, green onions, Monterey Jack cheese, diced pimento, and top it off with some sour cream and onion potato chips.
Amazing.
Aaron,
Roll
did
that
you
luck check.
make this casserole? Is this your picture? Because you
It's
listed
not my
all
picture.
of the ingredients in order.
It's not my picture, but I have made this casserole.
Look, at this point, we should have some hot dish sometime.
We have
should, yeah.
not been taking advantage of your legacy and hot dish, your heritage and hot dish.
I'll make some for y'all for sure.
Give me that luck check
You
for
betcha.
Scratch's thing.
All right, that is a 9.
A
so
9.
Probably not.
All right. Everything in this is as you described, but the proportions are wrong. I would say the biggest amount of ingredient in this is pimento. Which is a very overpowering thing to have be the main. Like this is a solid 65% pimento.
Like it was, they got the Costco jar of olives. It was this big, and they're really at the end, and there's just the pimentos at the bottom.
It
So
does.
just like there's 6 olives in there, it still counts. We'll just really get the pimentos in there too.
Yeah. And then so it's pimento. And it's pimento, and it's barely a casserole. It's mostly pimento and chips, and the chips are fine, and the pimento is fine. But you're like, this isn't. Scratch doesn't know this, but Scratch's player knows that this is not a casserole at this point.
Yeah. Scratch will probably end up using the chips to like scoop the pimento.
Yeah, you just have dip.
Like a dip.
You just have
It's like
dip.
fucking, this is Barwell nachos.
and so with Mwezi-Mwezi having the perfect version of a casserole, and everyone else having subsequently different degrees of not casserole accuracy.
Let me point out though, if anyone like falters on eating their casserole, he's gonna immediately ask, "Can I have the wrist?"
Now, does Mwezi-Mwezi outright ask right away, or does Mwezi-Mwezi do the dog thing of like watching it and then just like looking at you?
Oh yes, doing the dog thing and looking and doing like, are you like finally realizing if you like look up?
Awesome.
You point with the finger too. That's the best of both worlds. That's the Mwezi-Mwezi mindset.
Chop Chop would so point with his fingers all the time. So, you eat that?
No words, just as you all consume or don't consume, politely try not to consume your hot dish meals.
Belladonna, just for clarification, Belladonna will eat every bit of it that she served herself.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, Belladonna eats all of it.
She eats paint and poison. This is fine.
This is fine. Scratch turned it into a pimento dip. That's not actually like a sour cream and onion chip pimento dip. It's doable.
Right? With all
It's
the other
doable.
stuff?
It's doable with all the other like little
With
ingredients. With the pimento kind of making it, like almost like a fucked up otherworld bean dip. There is tuna in there too.
Yeah, I mean, it still sounds good.
Yeah, honestly, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
Like seriously, next time I make this, I might try like see what that's like off on the side.
Off on the side. Well, you got all the ingredients. Gen Z
65%.
doesn't be knowing about pimento.
That's a strike. No.
But like DJ Dog says, like, did I hear mayonnaise and raisins in the same sentence? Disinvited from the cookout. Automatic.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I'm not sure that the Vistani are definitively like easily like presentable as invited to the cookout people, even if their melanin count is
But Barovia's got its whole own thing going on.
Yeah, it's got its whole own thing. There are no cookouts in Barovia. That's part of the problem. Does Esther eat all of Esther's, or does Esther like not eat it? Like, how much does Esther try to be polite?
If she can scrape off and just kind of make it a baked potato, she's just gonna eat
Just
that.
working it.
Yeah,
Uh,
to remove most of the sugar.
how does
I'm sure
Esther
she's
feel?
had to grin and bear it through plenty of bad casseroles.
How much does Esther? How much do you feel like Esther is a fan of Jello molds?
Oh, absolutely.
Because the second
Loves
course is
Jell-O
coming
molds.
out, and it's a panoply of Jello mold desserts. I'm not going to make you pick them. Just imagine baker's dozen of full bundt cake, full dish cake sized Jello molds. There's easily a 1 to 2 ratio on Jello mold to people in this camp. Full sized, all different colors. Soda pop still flowing. Flowing. One person's so up in their sugar and caffeine high that they're just eating mayo straight from the jar, like the king or queen they must be. And it is at this point, while people make small talk with y'all, that Madame Ava will appear from their tent. Madame Ava. Oh, go on.
Is it like an event when she exits? Like, are people gesturing, or she's just
Nope,
arriving?
she just appears. It might be an event. I need a wisdom saving throw from the group.
Okay. Saving throw. All right. Ooh, net 20. Keeping you around.
A 15.
10.
Oh my god, that is another natural one.
Okay.
Oh,
Nat
no.
20.
Belladonna's gonna have a bad time.
Nat
Oh.
20 and 15 save against this. Save against this. Belladonna and Esther don't. A mild, but you do feel it coming about, a mild charm spell. But it doesn't feel like it's being cast on you. It feels like it's in the area. As Madame Ava emerges. Dark hair.
Quick question.
Yeah. Go on.
With a nat 20, can I tell whether it's coming from Madame Ava specifically?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that for you, with a nat 20, you know that it is emanating from Madame Ava, but she is not casting it. It sort of is just around her. It's an aura.
Okay.
It's aura, essentially. Let's go with this. Not in these clothes, but I'm just gonna give you all a picture of the actress, whose name I might butcher, because I have not heard it very often. A dark-haired, like raven dark-haired, smiling woman with kind of almond eyes, and almond eyes sort of appears from this tent in a long sort of purple sort of wrap dress. She is around Esther's age, and much like Esther can get it, but definitively can get it, and looks to all of you, and not in the tone of the Vistani people, says, "Oh, oh, it seems like we have some guests. How delightful." You would be
Hello, ma'am.
Mwezi-Mwezi,
Hello.
Scratch, Belladonna, and Esther.
That is correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, we
Excellent.
are.
Hmm.
I'm Madam Ava. I'm so happy you've made your way to the camp. I felt when the three of you came through, and I'm glad that Belladonna has brought you to me. It
We're
is.
Wonderful.
glad she brought.
Oh, go on.
Nothing. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It is an honor to be brought you to me.
Yeah, Mwezi-Mwezi, this person
What-
has town elder screaming out of every pore of their body. Like,
Yeah.
this is the person in charge of this Vistani camp. No question.
This is a very lovely camp that you have here. Thank you for your hospitality.
Oh, thank you for the compliment. Please sit. Enjoy yourselves. We'll get to the reading later. Belladonna, are you here for another reason?
Another reason? No, I am here also for fortune telling. I am going to be guiding them along their path as well. They showed up in the mist around my home. They were called to me in my time of need.
Sister Belladonna has been very helpful.
I see. Well, you better than most know the risks, so I suppose I won't try to convince you out of it. And as they say in Barovia, the rest of you are all going to die anyway, so you might as well try to stop what's happening here before then.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Is there any of the black licorice mayonnaise casserole left?
Yes, there is.
Immediately grab it and hand it.
Thank you so much. Tell me, all of you, beside altruism, or beside the, not altruism, what am I looking for? Beside the inevitable, and a very utilitarian, pragmatic look on what your future might be if you can't get yourselves or can't overcome the devil Strahd. What drives you? What makes you move forward? This will help when we draw cards.
Money. I'll be so honest with you. It's wonderful. You can get live so comfortable. It's awesome. Have you tried it?
I have, and money does create convenience. I will give it that. I like an honest woman.
To show that I could travel, I could go, I could do.
You could.
What you
You can. I mean, you're doing it. You've already succeeded. You've traveled here. We'll see if you succeed at traveling away. She looks at you, Scratch. Give me an insight check while you're
all right.
answering this.
Okay. My insight check is 8. So Scratch answers very clearly, like somewhat guarded, but she's like, as far as what drives me, I just need to stay alive so I can find someone.
All right. Weirdly enough, that answer would normally be for a lover or a partner, but I don't think it is here.
You would be
Interesting.
correct.
Interesting. Belladonna.
Do I know?
I don't know
Do-
if
do
you
I-
would know exactly what Scratch is talking about in this because it's a vague enough answer. You'd have like you might be able to like put some guesses together, but I don't think you would like no.
Theory crafting.
Yeah. Shipping. Esther's out here shipping.
My OTP. It's fine.
Esther. It's a filthy habit.
But talk about it, please, with me. Belladonna. What?
I seek only vengeance.
Mm,
There is nothing that drives me but destroying Strahd.
I suppose I probably didn't even have to ask you.
Yes, but you did in front of all my friends. You just like that.
I didn't want to
But
make
that's
you
why
feel
I
left
love you.
out. I wanted you to be able to say something
Share
along
all
with your
my
friends.
personal traumas too. Yes.
Yes.
It's going to get real vulnerable, guys. It's going to be weird.
Do you need
Yeah, I
one?
get that sense.
Yep. Do you all need? Do any of you need further hugs from my community? They are huggers.
And they
Yes.
will be available for hugging after also.
I suppose. Okay. Let me guide you back to the tent. This should be done in private. It's done as a group. I don't do individual anymore. It simply takes too long. But this is specifically a reading for what fate might have in store for you or what might help you on your journey. I have done this for dozens, hundreds of groups of hopefuls. And to be honest, none of them have managed to make good on it. Thus, Strahd still reigns. But perhaps you will be it. You only have to succeed the one time.
He has to be lucky every time.
No, Ava wouldn't say that. I wanted to say something fun. So
Makes me very worried. this
I am
first
going
thing.
to attempt to do this. It's gonna mess with the overlay a little bit, and we're gonna see if this like ruins.
Oh, I'm gone.
We're doing it live.
This.
Oh, fucking dope.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I don't know if all of you can see me sharing in
Yup.
the Discord. You're welcome to open it up. I'm gonna
Yeah.
refresh this page to make sure it is completely fresh from the last time I saw it.
This is fun.
Unsurprisingly, this was not built by me. Shout out to Taroka.com. Madam Ava brings you inside of her tent. What more thoughtless writers might decorate with colorful velvet fabrics and low smoky candles and aggressively stereotype. Madam Ava's tent reveals her age more than Ava herself does. Floral patterned wing back chairs covered in plastic and or a protective substance. Small dishes with hard candy. Finely wrought small like foot tables or coffee tables, if you will. little decorated teacups, some figurines of some children in cute little porcelain poses that are all too sweet in a glass display case. Doilies on doilies on doilies.
Must have the
Reader's
same
Digest.
decorator.
Yeah. Esther, I feel like this feels very much like, and you're like, yeah, this is great. Finally, an aesthetic.
Yes. Somebody's doing it right.
Ribbon candies and whatnot. Small framed portraits, almost of on like a display board, roughly the size of a palm of a hand each, with 1, 2, or sometimes 3 members of the Vistani camp out there, arranged in like a dense collection. She invites you all to sit across from her. She sits in a less structured, kind of more relaxed kind of worn out chair. The pattern is mostly faded from it. It is not covered in plastic. It is lightly dusted in cat hair, but you don't see any cats in this tent. And she
I do see a cat in this.
I
tent.
do see a
I mean,
cat
you
in
see
this
Scratch.
tent.
Any other
Yeah.
cat.
She's right there.
She
And leg up, crotch out, just cleaning herself while we all look around the decor. Her hair's everywhere.
Madame Ava pulls up a basket that has several skeins of yarn in it and pulls out a crochet hook and puts and from that same basket pulls out a well-loved deck of cards with truly spectral, like, cosmic patterning, but it's all very symmetrical on the back. Gold inlaid over blue with white trim. Common playing cards in their overall dimensions and shape. Puts down her crochet hook, shuffles the card up very much like a dealer would shuffle cards to as not to bend them. And looks at all of you. This is my Taroka deck. It's a very warm deck these days. Spicier. Like someone put some black pepper lightly on top of the cards. Maybe a bit of salt. You all seek to hunt down and destroy the Devil's Strahd, and that is a noble goal. I am here to give you clues on the best path to possibly do that. Who would like to draw first? And she separates out the deck of cards into 4 separate piles, and then has each of you, and then continues. What I would like is for the first person. There are 4 of you and 1 of me, so each of you will draw a card. 1 of you will place a card at the top, 1 at the left, 1 at the right, and 1 in the middle, and 1 in the center. I will place the card in the center. Who would like to draw first, and where would you like to place the card?
I'll take top.
You draw a card from the deck. She recalls just as you're drawing it, face down, please. We must not see any of the cards until we have the opportunity to see all of them. I would say age before youth. Miss Esther.
I'll take the left one.
Belladonna, right or bottom?
Bottom.
And that leaves the right
bottom.
card
Oh, the right. Yes.
for Mwezi-Mwezi. Excellent. And I will place the center card. She draws each of these. And then we will start with the first card. The hooded one, upright. Is that the card I'm supposed to start with? I thought so. Perhaps not.
Yeah, I remember hearing you say the top one.
Oh,
The first
no,
one.
it's not the one I'm supposed to start with. We'll start with the
okay.
left card. I could start with that, but I'm trying to play it to the game. Start with the left card. The Transmuter. Upright. This card tells of a powerful force for good and protection. A holy symbol of great hope. Interesting that a cleric of Lathander should draw that card. It is this. I see a faceless god awaiting you at the end of a long, winding road. Deep in the mountains.
Right.
Yay!
We will
Woohoo!
now draw
Okay.
the next card, the bottom card from Belladonna, the Tempter. This card sheds light on one who will help you greatly in the battle against darkness. I hear a mix of things. Wedding bells? No, church bells. A terrible occasion and a joyous occasion, similar to that which you have just experienced. I saw the final episode of Barovian Bachelor. It was amazing. Mwezi-Mwezi, you chose the card on the right-hand side. This is the Sun Sword, a powerful card for a powerful man. It's a card of power and strength. Tells of a weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight, the one of swords, the mercenary. The thing you seek lies with the dead under a mountain of gold coins. I have vengeance, I have gold, I have a weapon that must be wielded by someone quite strong. I feel like maybe this is the most fortuitous group. Scratch, you've drawn the hooded one. tales of history, of knowledge, things to help you better understand your enemy. Go to a place, Dizzying Heights, where the stone itself is alive. And finally, the center card, the artifact. Your enemy, the Devil Strahd, is a creature of darkness whose powers are beyond mortality. This card will lead you to him. He lurks in a dark place where the morning light once shone, a sacred place. And this is it. We have the hooded one, we have the transmuter, we have the mercenary, we have the tempter, and we have the artifact. These will guide you on your paths. But the first step on your path, I almost said meat windmill. First step on your path will be the town of Vallaki. There you will take your friend who lingers on the outside of our little camp arena, who is not joined in our festivities. You will take her, and you will take her to a house of faith where she need not worry about being pursued. What she does after that, I cannot say. If she were here, I'd have her draw, but she is not. Okay, now that all that dramatic is done, candy, and they hold up a ribbon dish of candy.
Yes, please. Yeah, that was excellent. Thank you. And that I don't know. I feel like that could have got a lot worse.
It could have. Statistically, that's pretty decent. These are guidelines, not definitive events that will happen, but the events that could. I cannot force you to walk this path, nor can I force you to meander from it time to time. But if you fulfill something that these cards feel, you will find as you close in on your query and find the artifact and where it speaks of, you'll find yourselves more than prepared to deal with the likes of him. Now, do any of you need a knit hat? I have several knit hats, crocheted hats, and I don't know what to do them. They're beanies. They just kind of go over your head. They're like little head socks.
Do you have any that my ears could fit through?
Hold on, I have a Maine Coon, and their head is almost as big as yours. And and they go and hunt one, and you get a colorful hat with ear holes in it that does fit you. Scratch. She delivers hats to each of you of varying colors. There's no like hard pattern. It's obvious that when a skein is several skeins are getting low, she just sort of like makes a quick knit hat out of whatever's left, and you can tell from the chest behind her chair that has dozens of knit hats that she would happily give away. She goes, oh, well, I would recommend as the night falls that you stay by our fire. I'd recommend if you could convince her to have Arena join us. For safety's sake. It's a terrible night for a
Yes.
curse.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, certainly. It certainly seems safer here than going off into the woods or who knows what. So yeah, that ought to be a pretty easy convince, I would imagine. Where is Arena right now?
Arena is lingering outside outside the Vistani camp from where you came. She's in sight of it. She's easily approachable. She's probably like, I don't know, 20 or so paces or 40 or so paces outside of it. And she has positioned herself up against kind of like a small tree and is sitting and eating hardtack. Well, eating trail rations. She's eating an MRE right out of that.
No cooking.
No cooking.
After my own heart.
She's eating it, just sitting there, crisscross applesauce in the grass. As all of you go to lead the tent, Ava goes, Mwezi-Mwezi, would you please hold back a little bit? I have something to ask you personally.
Oh, okay.
As we're exiting the tent, Scratch basically does like one of those knuckle whistles at Irina, and it's like, she's not gonna go over there and convince her. It's just like, it's clear, evident. Just get over to the fucking campfire.
Arena. Scratch is gonna have to make a persuasion check.
Oh, okay. I was just role playing, but wait, persuasion.
Yeah.
That is 16.
With the 16, Arena goes, just waves it off friendly almost at a distance, and kind of gestures that she's fine where she's at.
Okay.
Okay. I think at that point, Belladonna will peek out and like peek over Scratch's shoulder, and I'm gonna try to do a persuasion check. And instead of, I think Belladonna will like do a little pleading action.
All right.
A little.
Roll persuasion check.
Instead of being exasperated, I'll try to be cute. As much
See
as
if cute works.
a weird young old witch can be. 23.
With a 23, Arena looks at Scratch, looks at Belladonna, knows that can see a whole bunch of food, like prepared, properly cooked food, looks down at her, crackers and like dried sausage and everything, and just goes, breathes, nods, stands up, and starts walking slowly toward you all outside the tent. Does Esther also exit the tent when bid to leave with Mwezi-Mwezi hanging back, or does Esther?
Esther will give one look over to Mwezi-Mwezi and see if what the vibe check is. But yeah, Mwezi-Mwezi seems pretty confident.
I'm just surprised.
Yeah, I'll dip. I'll have immediately. I'll leave with the other two. Immediately forgotten that Arena is part of our party. And just continues on again. I don't think Esther has remembered her once. She's like, a friend in the forest. I wonder who that could be. And she just continues up.
Arena connects up with both of you. Yeah. I was fine outside the tent. I do not know if I am too welcome here, but I suppose if they have welcomed you all, they will welcome me. That you
Yeah, I would imagine, like, I mean, be cool and stuff. Like,
I mean, I will be the chill. Plus, I'm really looking to get at some of that mayonnaise.
so just talk about the food. If you feel uncomfortable, just talk about the food. You will have a great time.
Their food is acceptable. Yes, that is a high Barovian compliment. The meat, it is done the needful to my taste buds. Um, uh, uh, um, uh, uh, Arena kind of goes to serve herself up a plate, and you, in like 5 seconds, watch her politely but decline being hugged or anything being hugged, and she just sits and watches the children and mutters to herself, "It is not grey duck, it is goose. I do not know why they say grey duck." That is, everyone says goose. It's duck, duck, goose, not duck. Grey duck is so close. Ducks can be gray. The other ducks might have been gray. And and just eats the food, enjoying it, whichever casserole they got. Meanwhile, Mwezi-Mwezi, I have a particular favor to ask of you, and it might be delicate, I do not know, so I wanted to talk in private. I appreciate you giving me this audience.
I am honored to have your audience.
You are familiar with werewolves, yes?
Yes,
I know you are not one.
I am one.
You are not, as far as I know. It doesn't seem like you're a werewolf, are you?
Do you expect me to demonstrate?
If you're comfortable with it, I would enjoy that, yes.
They do so, and they revert to the form of a very athletic, very feminine figure. A lot of bulk gets added on the way up.
Oh. Hmm.
It's no fun being in this one. That's why I'm in the other one all the time. It's just that simple.
Perhaps you are one.
My
then.
sister says that I cannot, that I'm not supposed to, that I need to be the why. Sorry, that is not for you to answer. Sorry.
It's perfect. No need to apologize, and I appreciate you showing me. So this does seem to be a bit more delicate. Perhaps where you are from, werewolves can operate well with other groups of people, but the werewolves of Barovia do not. It is hypocritical for me to say this, perhaps, but as favored as they are by the devil Strahd, and as often as they put to work for him, they are not kind creatures here. They are still people, but not what most would receive as good ones.
I have already run into that issue. Very, very frustrating. They do not follow the rules of playtime.
I would appreciate it if, when you get to Vallaki, you meet with a person there to discuss how you all might best address the werewolf problem. It is not mine to solve. It is not yours to solve. But you would have a unique advantage with them by nature of who you are.
Oh, then I am very honored to go do that.
Thank you so much. In order to keep the person you're meeting's identity secure, there is a toy shop that I would like you to leave a note at, that I will then have them look for a note when you arrive in Vallaki. Toy shop is a place called Blinksy's. It's very popular. Everyone in Vallaki knows it. Most people in Barovia knows it. He makes horrifying dolls.
Often they do.
If you would go there and let them know that you've arrived and Matt Ava has sent you, they will pass on the message and a meeting will be set there.
Okay, that sounds fun.
Yes. This would be a kindness. All right.
I am
Go on.
willing to do any kindness.
Wow. I hope you hold on to that
That's
while
the
you are
shift
here.
back.
I hope you hold on to that while you are here. Mwezi-Mwezi. My people are trying to keep it light. We try to keep it light. It is a tough job in this place.
Oh, okay. Is there anything else I need to know?
No. You have your cards. You'll find soon enough that in one of your packs a scroll will appear that lists the details and reminds you of these cards' moments, as you might be many days of travel from them.
Mm-hmm.
It's the nature of the cards. I think that is all for now. Mwezi-Mwezi. May we hopefully run into each other again.
Yes. yes, Mr. Seva.
All right,
Then,
leave me to my
hop on out.
crochet. And then she just goes into crochet.
Puts on the cap and walks right out and gets right back to trying to eat more food.
All right. The sun is setting. Night is coming. What do you all do here as the bonfire gets a bit brighter in the center and the people are still milling about and eating and such?
Scratch pulls out a deck of playing cards at one point that is in my inventory.
Mm-hmm.
And just just seeing if anyone in the party's up for a game of cards. If not, see if any of the Vistani are down to learn some fold style pinochle.
I think Belladonna would get in on trying to encourage some people to gather around and play cards, and specifically try to see if she can get people talking and see if she can fill out her conspiracy notebook with any rumors about suspicious characters or people who might be working for Strahd in the area.
Hell yeah.
Cards for Scratch. Chat. Cards, discussions, and observations for Belladonna. Esther?
I'm all over those cards.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry to jump in. But yeah.
No. Yeah, that's fine. Mwezi-Mwezi also ready to play fold style pinochle.
Esther's elbow deep in some jello molds, just berating anyone who will listen to her, just completely demanding to know every aspect of why they don't live in the city of Barovia, why they don't share their food with everybody else. This seems like some interesting pocket hoard of wealth, and she's like, How did you get it? Why are you doing this? How can I stay here if all of this messes up?
Okay. Scratch, no need for any kind of like charisma based roll. Not only much of the party, but plenty of the Vistani here are happy to learn Fold style Pinochle.
Yeah.
And discuss the differences in Vistani style Pinochle, Barovia style Pinochle, and all the little different rules. But they never argue with you. They're not like, well, in ours it does this. They're always like, occasionally you do get the oh yeah, or out of one, and you might perceive it a little bit as it's like, well, that's weird, but never arguing with it. That's the rule you use.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, you betcha. And then
See, what's funny was I was actually saying it. But yeah, okay.
I know. I've been around you when your ancestry creeps around into you a little bit. And with that, because you struck up a game and a good reason, I am gonna have Belladonna please roll perception or investigation with advantage, because Scratch has given such a good excuse to sit around and chat via Pinochle.
Who's you asking a question?
Belladonna.
Perception or investigation. Yeah. I'll do investigation. That is going to be a 21.
Okay, I will give information on the 21 here in a bit. Mwezi-Mwezi, give me insight check or perception, your choice.
I think those are about the same. It's too focused in the immediate joy of life. That's a 6.
All right, it's a great card game, killing it. Everyone seems
losing, but that's fun.
Everyone seems so friendly and enthusiastic to talk to you, Mwezi-Mwezi. Like, all of them are delighted. You don't notice if that's different for anyone else, and you don't have any clue as to why. But these people are so affable and so engaged.
Mwezi keeps winning.
Scratch, I'll let you roll a regular perception check to see if you happen to catch, as a third party, what's happening there.
Yeah. That is a 9.
Nope. Esther.
Nope. Just having too good of a time.
I feel like through your conversation and asking about the wealth, and with Belladonna's 21 in trying to understand the ins and outs here, I would like you, Esther, to roll an insight check on Arena while I'm revealing this.
15.
Perfect. Little snippets come out. Esther, your conversation, and Belladonna, you clock all of this conversation happening. Oh, they don't love us in the village too much. Like, they don't like us rolling in our wagons and such. And we offer to trade food with them, but Barovians, village of Barovians at least, are a little bit more stuck in their ways. Vallaki is a lot more friendly. So if you ever make it out to Vallaki, or when if that's where you're headed, you'll see a little bit more interaction with us. But and another Vistani goes, well, you can't help how people look at you. Right? Like, I understand they can't leave this place and we can. And another person is like, yeah, but you shouldn't hold it against them and such. And so, we trade with who we can, and we have, a route that we all run, all of the different Vistani communities here that go through, and we feel like it's our job to keep filing it in. But Barovians aren't very interested. Not just the village of Barovia. Most of Barovia doesn't really want to be seen as forgiving us for our ability to move between realms. Years of disappointment, I suppose.
So they're just jealous.
I mean, yeah, you could look at it. They're a little bit jealous. But wouldn't you be?
This, I currently am. Yes, I would very much like to walk into those mists and not return.
Be careful what you wish for.
Imagine Arena looking up.
Arena is not, with a 15 insight. While you're getting this, Esther, you see that Arena is not looking at people with anger or disdain. It's a deep sadness. Like being hungry and looking at someone who is eating food that doesn't even know that you're there.
Mm. Yeah, that seems very reasonable.
And yeah, the standoffishness is not because Arena can't enjoy the Vistani. It's because Arena can't enjoy life like the Vistani. She rubs at the scarf over her neck a little bit, adjusts it. Belladonna, other snippets of conversation that you hear, and an important one that's being told a little bit at a distance to a bunch of children, but you catch just enough of something that you recognize that it seems like you should clue in. Vistani is telling a story about the last biggest hope for Barovia, or at least hope for some. The children had asked, like, are these the new adventurers? Are they going to finally save Barovia? Are they going to finally defeat Strahd? And this person kind of positions themselves to go into their monologue of, well, a mighty wizard came to this land like a year ago, a few years ago. I met him. I remember him like it was yesterday. He stood exactly in this spot. We met him here. He's charismatic. He thought he could rally Barovians against the devil. He stirred them with thoughts of revolt and bore them to the castle en masse. When the vampire appeared, the wizard's peasant army fled in terror. A few stood their ground with him, but they weren't seen again. The wizard was casting spells on the vampires, and the vampires were casting spells on the wizard. And the way that I've heard the story told is that the battle flew from the courtyards of Ravenloft to the precipice overlooking the falls. I saw thunder shook the mountains, and great rocks tumbled down upon the wizard. Yet by his magic he survived. Lightnings from the heavens struck the wizard, and again he stood his ground. But when the devil Strahd fell upon him, the wizard's magic couldn't save him. I saw him thrown 1,000 feet to his death. I climbed down to the river to search for this wizard's body, to see, if he had anything of value, if he was okay, if I could help him.
In that order.
But the river had already swept him away. At least that's what the guy who told me this story mentioned.
Mm.
So you're saying don't try the revolt method this time around. That's what I'm picking up.
Well, I don't know. I'm no big hero. Maybe, I was a little bit younger when he came through. Maybe it was less charismatic than I thought, facing on Strahd. I don't have to make that choice. I don't have to face Strahd. So I can't speak to it.
Well, thank you for sharing that with us. Much to
So it's going
think
to be
about.
a no for you to join the revolt.
Jesus, what a good question to just arbitrarily ask based off this conversation. I need everyone to roll insight, please.
I'm retiring this die.
You could also, on your roll, choose instead of insight, Arcana.
Okay.
If
That's
that's a higher bonus.
Yeah, 12. Much higher. But that still only gets me to 12.
Got an 11 on insight.
24.
Ooh,
Nice.
Esther saving our ass.
Nice.
Thank you.
Esther, would you say that Esther is a bender of truths?
Yeah.
Truth bender.
Would you say that Esther has full-on outright lied several times in their past?
Yeah, she's probably lied several times today.
Game recognized game, as this person says convincingly enough to most people. Most people. Oh yeah, I'm no kind of fighter anyway. That's other folk in the community. That story came in an immediate response to a question that they maybe weren't prepared to answer, and they, right after those words, slap their knees and go, "Well, time to get my kids to bed." They are not telling you all something, and they're not telling you all something very, very important to them. Like, they are barely containing it. You can see a little bit of sweat. You can see their eyes kind of move around. They're blinking too rhythmically.
Hugging their collar.
No, they're much
so they're just still hanging out over here.
well,
they,
they've
didn't
slapped
get
their
up.
knees and they moving like they're making to go collect up some of the kids and head back to their tent.
As soon as they're out of earshot, I gather all four of us. I have you wouldn't believe somebody is lying, and I don't know about what, but I'll tell you everything. And
Yes,
obviously
please
pre-explain.
tell me everything.
Yeah.
I'll go really into detail about the lying tells that I was catching. It's a way to, there's too much explanation happening in this.
So, should we go knock on his door and be like, "Hey, what the fuck did that mean?" Or something. I don't know. I'm not a talker.
Belladonna, you're muted.
Sorry. And then I forgot what I said. I was like,
Oh no.
oh no, my microphone is being weird. Wasn't important. Just quipping.
What do you all do? What do you do with this information?
What is the information? I don't think I've watched.
Just whatever when I asked him about the revolt, he said he wasn't a fighter, and it was an obvious lie that he was. So he's letting there's secret amongst. They're on edge.
Do we
Okay.
want to leave him to his secret, or do we feel like this might be important to our
Well, has
Our
anybody
objective.
else noticed anything weird? I mean, you have noticed all the weapons everywhere, right? Like,
yeah, but-
literally everywhere. Like, not on people, but like just like conveniently stashed around and like, oh, whoops, here's a perfectly serviceable morning star.
yeah. But like I noticed that, but that didn't strike me as weird. That actually makes perfect sense to me. You know, like you're camping out here, literally like, yeah, the vibes are chill here, but at any point we know, like I've only been here a day, and I know anything could be coming out of those woods at any second. So
You can never trust
didn't-
a Steve Buscemi again.
No, but see, the thing is, Scratch, you need to like just think a little bit, like lock in here. Most of us, most places, somewhere this dangerous, we keep our weapons on us. That's what we are doing. We were walking out in the woods. We have them at our side, ready to pull. We don't have them just casually laying around, looking innocent enough, not on a weapon rack, not somewhere where it's obviously like short to grab. It's hidden. It's meant to be casual looking, so you don't really notice quite how many weapons are everywhere.
Okay.
Like,
No, I see what
see
you're
what I
saying.
mean? Like,
Yeah, I follow. And I want to be clear. So what's happening Scratch is like, no, I believe you, I trust you, I'm taking your
I
lead.
just realized I did a zoom out, and I'm like, that's a pantomime I would have no reason to do.
Yeah. But in her head, Scratch is like really confused because this really doesn't like Scratch has lived the last half of her life roughly in various mercenary camps. So this really looks pretty normal to her. She's just like, yeah, this is like a really chill like camp. But she's she doesn't say that. She's like, just like, okay, yeah, sure. She's like taking your lead on this. Like, I believe you. This is unusual. Yeah,
No,
for sure. Okay. I'll keep my guard up.
your eyes open. Just keep eyes, a little open.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
And you can like Scratch's like body language kind of changes just a little bit, but she's mostly
Do
alert.
still have fun, but
Yeah, I got you.
Like a company Christmas party. Only so much fun. Trust nobody. You're like, I know one of these people here is cool, but I can't possibly know about all the others. I barely know these people.
No, our company parties are very different. I work in the entertainment industry.
Yeah, that's different. That's different.
Adjacent to that world, it's all theater geeks. It's bad.
So if you glance over, you see this person gathering up their kids. Seems like they got two of them. Gesturing for them to go into the tent. It is getting dark, right? It is the nighttime now. The sun is fully set. Gesturing them to their tent. And then going in after them and everything. You don't see them behave particularly uniquely from what they said they were going to do. I think with the 23 insight and the 21 perception and the conversation with Scratch to like eyes up, like the conversation about this, all of you are heightened. No one else does that at this time. There aren't other children being hustled to bed yet. There aren't other Vistani like turning in yet. And it in a modern world where darkness is usually not a threat, this would be weirdly early to go to bed. It's like 7 p.m. It's a little early for this. You imagine that most people would stay up a little bit later, and everyone seems pretty like they're having a pretty good time. So I'm going to say that that's the other thing that you notice is that the children, they don't push back on it. They just sort of agree to it. It seem to agree to it at a distance, and they go to bed, and so too does this person. But they're the only ones in the Vistani camp turning in this early.
Makes sense. In a world where literal monsters that will eat you are real, I imagine a lot of the grim-like fairy tales that they hear are probably take hold. It's like, okay, yeah.
They've probably seen at least one of them in person.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right.
Exactly.
All right. Whatever Dad says to do, I'm just going to do, because the world is filled with terrors. And they're older than me, which means they've survived long enough to tell me this. So it simply makes sense.
Belladonna, I have a question, because you seem to have thoughts about these fun new people. Why do they not just go into the mist and then avoid the scary nighttime and then come back during the day? This seems like a totally avoidable problem.
Oh,
It sounds like they do not have perfect control of exactly what time or exactly where they turn up. It's not precise travel.
Sure,
The mists
sure.
are they still wander through. They just are able to pass.
No hacks.
But I am not sure. That is from what I understand.
Perfect.
Makes sense.
Absolutely. How often do these people leave? Because it does seem like if they're just kind of consistently leaving, then they would know like roughly what the odds were that they would end up somewhere very scary.
Well, they keep it pretty secret. They are, travel a lot. People give them wide berth as it is, and they do not take kindly to people trying to follow them in the mist to track where they're. They keep the travel pretty secretive. It's already very guarded.
we do
It's
that.
very sensitive subject.
That is how we do things. I'm familiar with this.
What do you mean, when am I going to wake up? You'll know when I'm awake. Just any sort of planning timeline is now. I like, obviously, all good reasoning for a nomadic-ish culture from that. But yeah. I mean, the real questions that come as night creeps along and everything are, where are you going to rest inside the camp? In the security of all of these conveniently placed weapons? Are you going to rest?
If they'll have us.
And do any of you to keep to the watch schedule that you've already somewhat developed? Or do you, because when asking about it, of course, they're like, it's no problem here. And they gesture. At some point, somebody set up another tent. It doesn't have like floor rugs or anything like that, but it has a few cots in it. And it's in the exact same style as the other tents. And they're like, oh yeah, you can just stay here if you like for it. Safety in numbers, and then that way you can get a good night's sleep. We have a regular watch that just woke up a couple hours ago. They usually keep eyes out at night for any creepy crawlies, and make sure that we're all aware. But otherwise, you're welcome to stay the night.
Yes, thank you so much. I think we will avail ourselves of your continued hospitality.
Well, if we don't take care of each
and
other
so
out on this
excited.
road,
We-
Scratch is
I
so
think
excited that Belladonna said yes.
and then I will lead them into the tent, and I'd say we'll unpack, and I'd say we should keep watch, but maybe in the tent. Don't insult them by like keeping our own guard outside the tent, but maybe just like sleepover like rules. Like just one person should be up at a time to make sure our big brother doesn't come read our diaries.
Yeah, exactly.
I realized I don't need to keep sharing this card surface. No need for perception checks. If you stay in the tent. I'm not saying you have to. I'm just making sure before I have the night come and sleep time occur. Do any of you go to try and check out the man? And by any of you, I'm mostly, yeah, or do any of you go to check out the man who was obfuscating a bit of truth or not? Before I presume that you all just do your normal watch and go to bed.
Scratch is curious about it and might bring it up at, during chit chat, just to float to see if anyone else wants to go. And it's like, is anyone else thinking about that? Because out of character, I have a pretty poor persuasion roll.
I have an excellent persuasion roll, so I will.
My sister told me let the women do the talking, not you. Not because they are women, but just because they're better at.
Do we want to go follow up on that or just chill here?
I don't feel like we need to.
Okay.
Belladonna wouldn't be particularly inclined. Yeah, he lied. I mean, it is a thing we should probably be aware of.
Yeah.
He's not going to advertise. Yeah, actually, I'm a big scary person, and I could crush head with my thighs. Oh.
Yeah. I think we just leave it.
I'm sorry.
It's just a good thing to know.
Content.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Or we can, or yes, let's go.
No, that's why I asked. I'm like, you can do it or you could not. There are
I'm not going to stop anyone else if Scratch feels inclined or anybody else goes on a little adventure. Belladonna would just be like, he lied. I'm going to bed.
Yeah. Yeah, there are different things that happen, whether or not you do it. Night draws out. You, in your rotation, manage to have a good night's sleep. There's no conflict, no worries. Nobody enters anybody's dreams. Nobody is uniquely haunted. I suppose my last question is last time you all went to sleep, Mwezi-Mwezi ate their fun little meat mince pie and had a delightful night and everything.
Yes.
Now in the safety and security of the Vistani camp, does anyone else eat their little pie?
Absolutely. Whoa, we got a raid.
Wow.
Yeah, I think we'll take the meat pie. Belladonna will have her meat pie. She's gonna pretend like she's not gonna have it, but then she's gonna, after her first watch, while everybody else is kind of asleep.
Okay, Belladonna meat pie, Scratch meat pie, Esther meat pie?
Yeah.
How much longer does this pie look like it's gonna hold in my rations? Because this is just cooked meat.
You can tell that it's had a bit, because as I mentioned, it has a bit of magic to it. It has a little bit of longevity. You don't need to eat it tonight if you don't want to. It will spoil in several days, but we're talking like 6 or 7.
Yeah, this is probably the safest time she'll eat it.
When Scratch wakes up for her shift, she like sometime in the last 10-15 minutes or so, she like wanders out of the tent and like toasts the meat pie on the fire and just like, says hi and chit chats and then eats it and goes back in.
Yep. The Vistani themselves don't go to bed particularly early. There are several up around the fire until close to, high moon, midnight. There are, and then even still, high moon. And even still, there are Vistani. There's 4 of them that obviously they sleep during the bulk of the day and they stay awake at night, and they were correct about that. And they don't so much like rotate or patrol as much as they're each at like 4 corners of the camp, just like eyes out, kind of looking outward. And for Scratch and Esther and Belladonna, you all have some of the most delightful dreams that you have ever had here or elsewhere in your lives. And we will talk a little bit about that when we come on next time. But with the hour and the time, even though the raid recently happened, it's the nature of raids at all times.
Yep.
This is where we will wrap up for the night. You have met the Vistani.
Thanks for the raid, Dorktails.
Yeah, thank you for the raid, Dorktails. You've met the Vistani. You've met Madneva. You've received your fated Taroka cards. You've had a fine meal, and you've rested. Because the danger begins next session when, as I mentioned at the beginning of this campaign, my bumpers on the lane are coming off. We are in full game campaign now, which means if I'm not going to specifically target for this, but there's no more guidance to safety for characters now that the true fate has happened.
Dope.
With that, where can people find people on the internet? Let's start with Kimmy.
You can find me at Chimerror at Beach City or chimerror.blacksky.app.
Rachel, Sunfye, where can people find you?
You can find me on TikTok at Sunfire D&D. Maybe. My account is big flagged right now. We'll find out.
Why? The hair dye. That's it.
Said I was impersonating somebody, so
amazing, incredible. AAA Ron, where can people find you?
You can find me on YouTube at AAA Ron. For now. We'll see what happens.
And where can people find you, Betty Buzzsaw?
Cash me outside. How about that?
And finally, you can of course find me here at Dying of Exposure or Dying of Exposure across all social medias. We stream Curse of Strahd on Mondays at 8 p.m. Pacific. The VODs go up over on YouTube at Dying of Exposure, same place and everything like that within about a week or so. Seems to be the rhythm. And of course on social media platforms everywhere. And then there's other streaming that of course happens on the channel. But until then, a good night and sweet dreams to all of you. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.